Good morning, game changers and soul warriors. I have a very important message going on right now, and it is about the ascension and truth. But right now, it's important to understand something. Okay, Chamuel came with a message in general this week for everybody. But before I get into that, I'll introduce myself a little bit. My name is Juniper Mystique, for those who don't know me. I am the one who brought about the ascension. As crazy as that sounds, it's very true. I didn't do it through healing people necessarily. I did it through clearing Mt Shasta, activating pyramids. I sat on Saturn and rose Atlantis. I did so many things. Freeing Jesus' soul. I know what the Holy Grail was because I had to clear it. Real true story. And I know how he really died. So I will tell you the ascension is very real. I don't just say what I meant, or I don't just mean what I say. It's all recorded and witnessed and proven in many, many ways. So check out my channel. I have an ascension playlist on this channel, which has some of the most very important videos to watch that prove what I say. You can watch me activate pyramids. You can watch me clear Mount Shasta, do so many things. Okay, I even cut off life support to California at one point. So it's pretty awesome. So that is who I am. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, please like and subscribe to stick around to get the proof that you're looking for, because that's the way you're going to get it in truth, right? But also, if you're returning, welcome again, and I love you all so very much. Thank you for being here. Chamuel has a message right now because there's something very important coming through. We have to clear the path of resistance. How do you clear the path of resistance? By not resisting is one way. But once you start resisting, your path becomes a little unclear. Okay? So it's super important to be able to clear the path of resistance right now. And this is what Chamuel has to say. And I did post this one on Facebook too, but it's very important. He wants me to say it again. It's about rays of sunshine, allowing the shining light to just get brighter and brighter, okay? Allowing the light that guides you to increase in frequency. Opening up to co-creation that guides you to your highest timeline, because 7D is nothing more than co-creation and balance, okay? Things become clearer and louder when you choose to follow the nudges of co-creation. That is how we clear the path to resistance, okay? So allow those little nudges to come, but don't just assume the numbers are just there saying, oh, good, you're on the right timeline. No, they usually actually have a message. They represent something more than that. There are layers to communicating with spirit, okay? And it starts always at level 1. What are you opening to seeing? What are you able to see that they're telling you? And remember, it's not in our head, okay? Spirit's message comes subtle. We can see things. We might get downloads, but they're also felt in our heart space. They're felt in our tummy and in our gut, where ego, darkness, all that does is create fear, anxiety, resistance. Okay, there's a difference. So make sure you're being mindful. Make sure you are helping to clear the path of resistance by not falling into resistance. Okay? If you get a nudge from spirit, follow it like that and watch them get louder and brighter and more powerful. And then ego and fear and all those other things have no more strength anymore because you took your power back. Okay? It's truly about taking our power back. All right? And this happens through healing too. We have a lot of power to take back. But this is one way to do it. Listening to those paths, listening to those nudges, paying attention to those synchronicities on a deeper level than you have before. Because then spirit's like, oh, she's listening. And they get louder and more powerful. And it's about co-creating, okay? They will tell you where to go, because that is maybe where you need to go. That is where the most abundance lies. That is where your path lies. And right now it's about choosing the correct path, okay? And so that's why Spirit's like, hey, you can hear us clearer to get on the correct path if you choose the path to least resistance, right? So the more that I accept that guidance, the more that I'm like, ooh, synchronicities, please send me more. I'm following, I'm listening. What do I need to do here? Then it gets more intense for you. They get just as excited, I guarantee you, okay? Does that mean we're kind of in a simulation? Yeah, kind of. I like to think of it like Avatar. we do have a higher self, right? Um, and my DM, he became a walk-in, and they said we have doppelgangers. It's like, do we really have like a spare us sometimes? I don't know. This is a little funny, but it's true. Like, there's way more going on than we know. We are guided. We are not alone. Okay? Even though we come into this world where we're meant to forget things and find our path through that dense energy, this is how you clear that dense energy. Once you notice a synchronicity or a nudge from spirit and you follow it, no matter what is playing against you to do it, fear will try to get you, ego will try to stop you. This is how you clear that path of resistance. Okay? You take that nudge, it's what I did. Oh, spirit's telling me this. And I would have people going, no way, that's crazy. Don't do that. That's stupid. We're all going to blah, 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 blah. I had one lady try to tell me, oh, you woke in Manitou. You're not of the light. You're just going to die by using your light. She was trying to scare me off my path. And I didn't listen to her. I listened to the nudges from spirit. I listened to what my gut and my heart were saying. And lo and behold, I brought about the ascension. And I didn't know that's what I was doing. So that's my point, you see. Things can try to be loud and distract you. There can be resistance on our path, especially when you have a greater purpose. And it's super important to say, nay, 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 nay. My gut, my heart, my higher self, my guides, my angels are telling me otherwise. I'm going to choose to follow that, even if it doesn't go with those around me on the outside, even if it doesn't make sense at that time, because it's something beautiful. It's something challenging. So it doesn't mean that it won't invoke some resistance. It might, because it'll usually generally take us out of our comfort zone, where ego tells you to remain small and stay in your comfort zone. But in that case, we may miss our awakening path for the ascension, because if you don't know by now, I'm changing the earth so much that not all of us get to stay. Okay? It's the ones of the light. It's the ones that can hear those nudges. It's the one that's on their healing path. So it truly is about choosing that path and to eliminate the resistance. Okay? That's super important energies right now. I am going to pull some cards just because Spirit wants to. This is from my own personal deck that I created. So we will see what Spirit has to say for you all for these energies right now. I don't even want to go into like the week ahead for you guys because I come on here more frequently. So I'll just leave it open for right now. But this truly is about these challenges for the week ahead. Okay? Make sure you are clearing the path of resistance by not resisting anymore to your guides. It's super important, because then it's going to get louder and brighter and you're going to see clearly your path, okay, of love and your highest timeline. All right? So, oh my gosh, like I can't make these up. So one of these came through on my Facebook one earlier too. It's very important. Okay, if you see there's this wall behind him and he's walking a tightrope to the mountainside next to him, it says surrender to the necessary changes, because he can't go back anymore, right? He can't go backwards anymore. It's only forward, and it may be uncomfortable. He may be vulnerable, but trust me, it's a straight path to an open future, right? We can't go backwards anymore. So we have to resisting changes. We got to stop resisting the changes, because we cannot go backwards anymore, you guys. We have to surrender to those necessary changes, because what was behind you no longer exists. It's gone. Okay? But this is important. Once we do, we become braver. We become stronger, more confident. We get our power back, and we can see that path clearly. And boy, that's when magic resides. Okay? And then a last item. So there is going to be information coming through this week. This is about levels of getting to know who you really are more, okay? And finding the pieces of you didn't know you had. Once you clear that path of resistance, you start awakening more and more and more, okay? And so some of you will be getting downloads this week, so pay attention. But especially if you're following those nudges, if you can clear the path to resistance, and Spirit has a clear channel to come through, like, hey, she's listening, it's all clear, she's not in judgment, she's not in resistance, she's not trying to, she's not, oh my gosh, my mind doesn't blank. She has no expectations, right? She's just open, she's just cleared the path of resistance, and now she's ready for an awakening, okay? Something that was once lost will be found. Something you didn't even know was lost will be found. Some pieces of who you truly are rising. And by golly, the answer is yes for somebody. Somebody needs to hear a yes, a big astounding yes. This is the right path. This is the right thing that you're supposed to be doing. Again, it may feel uncomfortable. You may feel vulnerable. You may not know, but there's no turning around, okay? So it's a big yes. Follow those nudges from spirit. But this is also about like you're in progress. It's like a work in progress, right? He's putting together this final piece. He's putting the Y up there. It's a work in progress. Okay, so consider that. It's like we are not meant to be perfect right now. We are meant to be coming into the reality of who we are, healing in a beautiful way, and there's no looking back. Okay, this is super important this week. I can't reiterate enough. This week is about eliminating the path of resistance and expectations, clearing the channel of connection. How does my path get louder and more vibrant? Because it's necessary right now. If you can't hear your guides, if you can't see the nudges, even if others around you don't agree, you have to be able to have that confidence in you in vulnerable situations, even if it means you're alone for a little while, because the ascension is not normal, my friends. This is not a normal lifetime. Our paths can help others break through to theirs as well. So don't worry about others. Worry about what you're feeling on the inside and clearing that path of resistance. This is very important. Now they also want a card or two from my Shaman's Dream Oracle for you guys. So I'm going to pull that. I mean, this is not my deck. I didn't create this one. I created the last one. One more, they're saying. Whoop. Okay. Whoop, whoop. I got them. I got them. I got them. Okay. So again, closing doors. You cannot go backwards. That's exactly what I was saying here, right? Is we can't. I love these cards. These cards are so like, there's just so many ways to read these cards. You cannot go backwards, okay? We have closed the door to those chapters. We must be willing to let them go, okay? Because big stuff's changing here, all right? Dragon's Horde protecting the future. So this is also talking about those outside energies trying to mess you up. That's what I've been saying this whole entire reading. If you clear the path to resistance, those egos, those patternings, the karmic stuff, the stuff that's in our head, our shadow self, loses its power and it can no longer take us out from underneath because we are trusting in our own guidance. We are trusting in our knowing. We are trusting in ourselves. We are trusting in our guides who can only work through you and your free will, so they will not lead you astray. It is your mind, it is ego, it is those outside energies from all those people around you. And we have learned love wrong, where we try to give our power away constantly so that we're approved of, where that will lead you astray. Okay? Protect your heart, protect who you are, and realize that there is no going backwards. It's only forward. So it's important to clear that path of resistance. And then we have overflow. Overwhelm and plenty. This talks about which side you want to be on. Do you want to be in overwhelm, where we can't see clearly, we can't feel clearly? That's where you go into the space of lack, or there's just too much, right? So be careful what you're asking for, what you're wishing for. But in truth, there's so much abundance at play. Like there's never lack. There's enough for everybody, right? But it's what path of resistance are you on? Okay, so that was a very important message for today, for the energies going on in the ascension, and what it is requiring for us to do, what Spirit really wants us to do right now. Chamuel said it best, right? He really, really, really did. Rising the rays of sunshine, right? The rays of sunshine, think about them. How can they shine brighter? How can we allow our path to shine and light up brighter and brighter and brighter? Is the moment you get a nudge, the moment you see a synchronicity, take it deeper, act upon it right away. It's not just saying, hey, you're doing the right things. There's more to it than that, okay? Once Spirit sees that, hey, you're listening, you're into the co-creation, it becomes louder and more clear and much easier to progress upon, okay? This is how we clear the path of resistance in every way. And so much love to all of you. I hope you have an amazing Monday or whatever day it is that you find this video, because in truth, it's timeless, my friends. I love you so, so, so much. And make sure you watch the video that I did live yesterday because you can kind of see how I work, how I do a healing. But we also talked about what I did in that workshop, activating pyramids in British Columbia. And then the fires broke out, and the significance of all of that was actually pretty amazing. And there's nothing to be afraid of. But it truly is about clearing the path of resistance. So much love to all of you. I hope you stick around. I love you all so very much. And I can't wait until I see you again. Till next time. Like Scooby-Doo theme. I don't know. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.